There's a lot of movement and characteristic in this painting. The ideas, they shine through. The technical achievement, mesmerizing. Yes, I'm going to give this artwork a 7 out of 10. Maybe an 8. Maybe I should become an actor. Hey guys, welcome back to Martin Harman Art TV. So in this video, I would like to talk about should artists apply for international open art calls? So as artists, we often want to get our work out there, whether that's in your local area or in the wider world. We just want our art to be seen. So open international art calls can help artists to get their work out there to be seen, for artists to show their work outside of their home country to a new audience that's interested in art. However, is it really worth it? So in this video, I'm going to dive deep into my own personal experience to reflect upon this, as I too have also shown my art in international open art calls. And so if you are an artist, I hope this video can help you in some way. But hey, I mean, you might be thinking, why should I listen to this dude, talking through a camera on YouTube? Well, it's interesting. I myself, as an artist, I'm a contemporary abstract, surreal type artist, if you want to call that, creating, paintings and ceramic sculpture and, merchandise and all sorts of things. But yeah, to date, I've actually participated in around about 13 open international art calls around the world outside of my home country in the UK. So these countries have included Taiwan, Spain, Slovenia, Romania, China, Australia, Austria, and Italy. But before I go any deeper into this topic, I want to actually talk about how do judges, people judging art, to submit artworks into their international open call, how do they actually go about, selecting the work that's shown to them? And I found out a couple of things that stood out to me. So sometimes judges can select art based upon a theme. It can also be based upon the quality of the artwork and its technical achievement. It can also be based upon the artist's potential, because generally there are cash prizes involved in these international open art calls. And it could be, things like the ideas and the content behind the construction of the artworks. It could also be the actual presentation that the artist presents to the judges and how well-rounded it is and what comes through that. And I found out judges can range from fine artists, sculptors, art critics, art gallery owners, and academics like lecturers and tutors. So yeah, now we're going to talk about the pros and the cons for applying for international open art calls. So the pros, so you get exposure for your art outside of your home country to a new audience that is interested in art. And again, going back, it seems like a lot of judges can select art based upon a theme or their taste. For this reason, it might be a good idea to get your work into countries outside of your home country, because in some cases, your work might actually be more appreciated outside of your home country than compared to inside. And I've really found this for myself as well, as it seems to date anyway, that my work can be sometimes more appreciated outside of the UK rather than inside. And another pro is that some international open art calls are free to enter. So another pro is that art buyers and collectors can see that you're still active within the art world and receiving recognition for your work. And you can also win cash prizes in some exhibitions, and this money can be useful to create like a new body of work and to really kind of dedicate your time to creating something new.
We interrupt this video to plug an ad.
Yeah, so if you found this video helpful so far, you're welcome to check out my art blog called The Art View at martinharmanart.com. So on there, you can also find other useful resources that also relate to this video as well. And you can also check out my YouTube channel, Martin Harman Art TV, because I also have other videos on there covering other experiences I've had as an artist, which might also be helpful for you as well. But you know what? I'm no guru. I'm just sharing my own personal experience. So I wouldn't say like, I'm have the key, the answer to everything. I'm just sharing what I've kind of learned and still learning, and the kind of things I'm just picking up along the way on this journey. And that's all I'm doing, just sharing my experience with you guys. So if you want to see that art blog, The Art View, you're welcome to check out the link in the description. But what I'm going to talk about next is, what are the cons of applying for international open art calls? Number one is, for me anyway, that I've found, is shipping. For example, for me to send a sculpture, say, to Europe, whether France or Spain or wherever within that region, it'll cost me around about £60 to ship it out, using a carrier like DHL. And not to mention, you also need to pay for return shipping in most cases. So this would happen if your work does not sell or is not acquired by the exhibition. So that's another thing to factor in, is that you might need to pay for return shipping, which is another cost. Another con is that some international open art calls come with a fee. So sometimes you might need to pay £20 up to submit one artwork. So that's another thing to look at, because if you're applying for open international art calls, the fees can really add up if you're not careful and not selective. And so there is custom charges that can also be applied onto shipping work outside of your own home country. And so it's a good idea just to check if this applies for you, because sometimes that can be a real hidden cost that can surprise you, and it's happened and it's not fun. So most international open art calls will not pay for this, so it will be down to you to pay that fee. And another con is the taxes that you'll potentially have to pay if you win a cash prize. And so when you see the cash prize on the application, you think, wow, that's a lot of money. That could really help me, creating a new body of work. But then if you actually win and receive that cash prize, it'll be likely that the issuing country will impose a tax on that cash prize, so you will receive less than you see on the application, which can take I found out from doing my research that this can actually take quite a bit off the total cash prize. And everyone's got to pay taxes, but at the same time, if you want to create a new body of work, this really can add up in some ways. Hey guys, my name is Martin Harman and I'm an artist based in the UK. And in this channel you'll find videos ranging from art educational related topics, my views about the art world, the making of my artworks, art movies and much more. If you like this video and would like to watch more videos like this, you're welcome to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification to be notified about future videos that I post. So it can be really baffling applying for open international art calls. For example, I know an artist, she applied for multiple international open art calls with one artwork but only got accepted by one. But this just goes to show that there are so many factors involved when it comes to judges selecting artists' work. Art is a very personal thing, and it's like listening to music. You know, some people like rock music, some people like classical music, and some people like, you know, experimental music. So that's the thing, you know, when it comes to art, not everyone will like the same thing. But the question is, should you apply for open international art calls? Personally, from my own experience, I would kind of look at, you know, what kind of artist do you want to be? Yeah, so do you want your art to be seen and known internationally? Do you want your art to be exhibited in a real physical space outside of your home country? And do you want to connect with new people interested in your art? I'm not saying that for artists this is the only route you can take, because there are many other ways you can get your artwork seen and out there into the world. And this road, this path, is just one route. But I'm curious, guys, what about you? Have you participated in international open art calls? And, you know, what was your experience like? It'll be interesting to see in the comments below.